بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا الدكتورة جميلة نصر، أستاذ أمراض القلب، أمين عام جمعية القلب المصرية، رئيس شعبة طب القلب الوقائي. وطبعا إحنا النهاردة بندي برزنتيشن على أهمية الوقاية. عنوان المحاضرة The price you pay when you do not exercise and eat healthy. يمكن احنا عايزين نقول حاجة ان global burden of inactivity مهمة قوي، لأنه الحقيقه الانكتيفيتي بتاثر على حاجات كتير جدا. الهاي بلاد بريشر وكل ماني ريسك فاكتورز بتبقى سببها الانكتيفيتي، ومن اهم الاسباب اللي بتؤدي، يمكن مصر برضو للاسف ان هي من الدول اللي فيها يعني هاي بريفالنس اوف inactivity و lack of exercise. واحنا ان عملنا comparison with other countries هنلاقي احنا عندنا actually low physical activity. طيب لو احنا قلنا ان اطبائنا الاعزاء ال 15 leading cause of death، الهارت ديزيز، المالجنانتي، الكرونيك ريسبيراتوري ديزيز، ستروك، اكسيدنتس، الالزهايمر، الديابيتس، actually lack of exercise is an important factor in many of these physical and activity related diseases. It's really very important to think of inactivity as it has an economic burden of physical inactivity. If we can look for the major analysis of major non-communicable diseases, it's very important to look that it actually has a real impact upon economy. The economic gains can be attributed to reduction of premature deaths في working age population, well, this is very important. So it actually has a real cost and sedentary life. A very quick equation to say that the price of physical inactivity in Egypt may be $88 billion each year, maybe much more. Egypt is 1/70 of the world population. Actually قد تكون حجم المشكلة ان الدولة بتتكلف يقرب 20 مليار جنيه سنويا للاck of physical activity. So we have to say that the physical inactivity, it is like a pandemic, the same as the COVID-19. It is pandemic. We should look at that very importantly. It is pandemic with far-reaching health, economic, environmental, and social consequences. The categories varies from the most fit to the least fit. So it has really categories, as we can see, and accordingly the cardiorespiratory fitness, again, it is different. What about the effect of cardiorespiratory fitness on mortality? Actually, it improves many risk factors. For diabetes, for the high cholesterol, the hypertension, the smoking, and many others. So if we have 60 to 90 minutes of physical activity, at least 30 minutes, it could be actually, if you're doing jogging, swimming, or tennis, this is very important for the health and well-being. And even if you do vigorous activity compared to continuous activity, it uses more calories, vasodilates more, lowers triglycerides more, raises the HDL more. And actually you can, if you do 10 minutes 3 times a week with vigorous activity, it will actually reduce the cardiovascular disease. Also, it can even normalize the serum triglycerides by exercise, so this is very important, very nice as well. So vigorous leisure activity can reduce triglycerides in just a few hours, amazingly. We should say goodbye metabolic syndrome. We should look for the poster of public health in clinic in Japanese, and subway ticket submachine in some areas like in Moscow accepts 30 squats as its payment. This is amazing. This is a very good use of the technology. On the other hand, this is a poor use of technology, asking a lot for pizza and getting, this is a real poor use of technology. Shorten time. Please get active 10 minutes 3 times a daily. Physical activity and diet are important regardless of the weight. obesity and life expectancy, according to the Framingham study, if you are obese at 40 years of age, you live 6 to 7 years less than normal. If you are overweight at 40, you live 3 years less than normal. If you are obese and a smoker, you live 14 years less than normal. So we look for that. We have to change our lifestyle. We have burning a lot of less energy per half an hour. If you use the lift, for example, for 2 minutes, this is the calories burned at just 3 kilometers. Where are you taking a stairs? This will consume 19 calories. A lady in the kitchen cooking a meal, this will cost around 70 calories per half an hour. If she's ordering a takeaway, will consume only 1 calorie, and so and so. So viva for the exercise. Again, the food is very important. This is the small forms of fast foods. If you this is just a small form, it costs around 210 calories. But if you are taking mega forms, this will cost around 600 calories. The caloric difference will be the 400 calories. If you want to burn these 400 calories, actually you have to walk for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Again, the coffee, and you should look for the coffee 20 years ago, and now it has some form of calories as well, and you should look for that very importantly. And there is also a caloric difference where you have. This means how important is the dietary control of our food. So please limit food high in sodium, added sugars, and refined grains. You should ask the patients for that, to eat more nutrient dense foods. Another term for nutrient foods is the nutrient rich foods. So please, dear doctors, nutrient dense foods and beverages include all vegetables, whole grains, seafood, eggs, dry beans, unsalted nuts, the fat-free, low-fat milk products when prepared, of course, without adding solid food fats and sugars and salt. Avoid sulfurs, avoid the solid fats, added sugars, please, and please take care. That is much better that to use the limit solvers to do more exercise and for actually the nutrient rich foods. Thank you very much, and please reduce the sodium as well. And of course you should avoid sitting, and living to 100 is not exercising worse for your health than smoking, diabetes, and heart disease. Healthcare system, we are just seeing the iceberg phenomena. We can self-care and prevent even up to 80% of our diseases, and so we need the issue of prevention. And do we need a change? We have to establish a culture of health living. People who stay healthy tend to have certain characteristics. 0 stands for no tobacco. So you should walk 3 kilometers daily or 30 minutes any moderate activity. Take 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. Blood pressure should be less than 140 milligrams systolic. 5 stands for total cholesterol less than 5 millimole per liter. 3 LDL less than 3 millimole per liter. 0 stand avoid overweight and diabetes. Exercise is medicine. Should be packed. If exercise could be packed in a pill, it would be the single most widely prescribed and beneficial medicine in the nation. This is Robert Butler. This is what he said. It is medicine. Actually, it is the vaccine to prevent chronic diseases and extend life. As we are reaching a point where not prescribing physical activity, we should actually look that we have a chance without exercise for combating obesity, chronic heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, depression, anxiety, arthritis, osteoporosis, all this by exercise. So we should, what if there was one prescription could prevent and treat dozens of diseases, is really, certainly it will be exercise. The greatest wealth is health. And thank you very much.